I can't believe we got to talk about this fool again. How stupid can you be? Ryan Michael Daly. We talked about this guy back in June of this year. This is about Nintendo and a lawsuit. Now, I know we don't like Nintendo with their lawsuits. I like Nintendo as far as their games. And we know Nintendo, they kind of get a little crazy with it. And I understand business side of things, they have to protect themselves, but sometimes they do go a little too far. I think we can all agree with that. But this guy, I mean, you have to be smart with the way you do things. And this guy was not smart. He was playing with fire here. Let me just refresh you what this guy was doing. Modded Hardware was his website. He was running a business. He was selling hacked switches. He was selling like different things, like I guess lock picking services, sig patches. It was all in this 27-page lawsuit that Nintendo brought forth back then. He was being charged with trafficking in circumvention devices like MIG. It was during the MIG switch stuff, right? Violation of EULA, tortuous. I don't even know how to say it, interference with contract. It was a bunch of stuff, mostly trafficking in circumvention devices. He was selling hacked switches and stuff like that. And you and me, I'm sure we can all agree, like, who cares? Hacked switches, big freaking deal. Modding hardware. It's your hardware. Do with it as you please. But this fool was going beyond that. He was putting Nintendo Switch games on there. He was loading them up, man. You can't do that. All right. You can't do that. We know that. But here's the thing. Nintendo gave him a chance. Nintendo was like, hey, Mr. Michael Daly, if you cease to do this, it was like earlier this year, I believe in like March or something like that. Hey, Mr. Daly, if you stop, we won't litigate against you. Just stop, cease your conduct. No more business selling modded hardware. We won't go after you. And he agreed verbally and in writing. He agreed, but he continued doing it. Nintendo found out and was like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? Why is he still doing this? And they reached out to him like, hey, you agreed to stop, so we won't sue you. Why are you still doing this? Stop. We're giving you another chance. Knock it off. And he ignored them. And then I think it was in May, they gave him a final opportunity to stop with no litigation, no lawsuit. Stop it. And he chose to ignore it again. And then they filed the lawsuit, 27-page, bunch of stuff, demand for jury trial. They want all his customers' information, selling these mod chips, hack consoles, software products, circumvention software, getting all these pirated copies of games to people, right? So now he's denying Nintendo's copyright claims in court. But here's the thing. He's representing himself. I haven't read through all this. I just saw that he's representing himself. This is nuts, dude. First off, he ignored like all these opportunities. Like, was the money that good where you're just like, you're going to risk it? You're risking it for that buttery biscuit? Like, you're nuts, dude. If I was doing something like that, you would think, right? It's almost like, the Walter White type stuff, Breaking Bad. Like, when you have your outs at certain points, like, do you just get out? Do you get in too deep where there is no out? I don't know. Like, does it just seem too good? Like, screw it, I'm just going to risk it all. I don't know. Like, I've never been in that kind of position where I've been like in too deep or where things were too good, where it was bad, where I was like, I should be getting out. I don't know. I've never been in that kind of position where it was like crap. But, I would imagine I would be like, okay, they gave me an out. Let me get out. Right. If you're given an out, when the repercussions, and Nintendo's going after your ass, and that what's happened to other people, take that out. But he didn't. And now he's freaking representing himself. A long list of affirmative defenses, including fair use, but you were giving pirated copies of games, man. Case will now move forward to discovery process. The modded hardware site has gone private. Like, he just ignored them. With the win against Team Executor, Nintendo hoped that the modding scene would fade into oblivion, but it didn't. You got that MIG switch stuff. Then that other one that's probably connected to the MIG switch seems shady as all hell. I don't know if I trust any of them out there. Ryan Daly, who's also known under, the homebrew homie. I forgot about that. That was one of his aliases. That it targeted modded hardware and its OLED operator, Michigan resident Ryan Daly. So he was selling all this stuff, mail-in mod chip install service for all models, modded Nintendo Switch OLED. He was selling pre-installed stuff, right? Ready to go. But it's funny because he denies all these wrongdoings, but he's representing himself. Like, what do they say about people who represent themselves? I don't know, but he's simply responding denied. Like, that's freaking hilarious, dude. Denied. We have to look at the document. We have it pulled up. Hold on a second. But fair use, he's claiming fair use on stuff. We'll pull it up. Here it is. So let me zoom up. So plaintiff Ryan Michael Daly, modded hardware. Answer to the complaint. Here's his affirmative defenses. The original document was 27 pages. We're not going to read through everything. We're going to so what was this one? Like, here's his answer, denied. Here's the allegation. Seeks redress for blah, 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 unlawful conduct. And I think this was mod chips, devices, circumvention devices, the lockpick stuff. He just said denied. Defendant not only offers the hardware and firmware to create and play pirated games, he provides pirated games. His answer, denied. Not even just denied. That's it, denied. What the hell, dude? Number 4, harm to Nintendo's sale and distribution. Nintendo, its license, like, it deprived Nintendo of revenue. Defendant is without sufficient information to either admit or deny the allegations of this paragraph. And on that basis, denies them. Okay. Defendant is well aware that his conduct is unlawful and infringes Nintendo's property rights. Nintendo, on March 15th, Nintendo personally contacted to advise him by selling this stuff. He was in willful violation of Nintendo's rights. And in order to avoid litigation, defendant agreed. That's what I was talking about, both verbally and signed writing, to cease his conduct. In reliance on these representations, Nintendo refrained from filing a lawsuit at that time. Answer, denied. He's denying that ever happened. But that's what happened. That's what was in the original thing. I don't know. Like, in writing, he said, like, okay, I agree. Number 6, his oral and written representations, defendant did not cease his conduct. Instead, he continued selling all this crap. On May 17th, Nintendo provided defendant with a final written warning to resolve the matter. As a result, Nintendo was left with no choice but to file this lawsuit. Ryan Michael Daly, denied. This guy's just denying it. He's just simple, just straight to the point, denied. Better call Saul, man. I don't know why this guy's defending himself. That is poor judgment, dude. This guy's going to get locked up for life. He's not just going to lose millions of dollars. They're going to throw away the key, man. He's playing a crazy game here. Nintendo is informed and believes that defendant Ryan Michael Daly is an individual who resides in Davison, Michigan, and at all relevant, he's in the U.S., man. He's screwed. He's used the online alias as Homebrew Homie and Homebrew Homies. Defendant is the owner and operator of moddedhardware.com. He's in the business selling circumvention devices, so on and so forth. Defendant admits that he lives in Michigan and has used screen names from time to time. Defendant admits that he owns modded hardware. Otherwise, denied. I don't know. Why am I laughing? It's kind of funny, dude. This is civil action seeking damages. Yeah, I mean, no contest. He can't. They're seeking damages. No contest. You can't deny that, right? The court has jurisdiction. Denied. He's denying it. They don't got jurisdiction over shit. Denied. Wait, defendant has consented to venue in this district. Venue also is proper in this district because defendant is an individual who is subject to personal jurisdiction in this district. Denied. Ryan Michael Daly. Denied. Nintendo is a company brand infamous throughout the U.S. and the world. And its video game characters, Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Link, Donkey Kong. Defendant is without sufficient information to either admit or deny the allegations of this paragraph. And on that basis, denies them. He's denying that Nintendo is famous throughout the U.S. and the world. and is known by consumers of all ages by its video game consoles and characters. Doesn't have sufficient information to either admit or deny that. That basis denies it. It's not true. It's denied, dude. This is freaking hilarious. For decades, Nintendo's been the leading developer of all this stuff. Blah, 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 blah. With sales exceeding 140 million units. Defendants without sufficient information to either admit or deny it. And on that basis, denies that shit, dude. This is freaking hilarious, man. You got to read all this stuff. I'm laughing because it's so damn funny. The popularity of Nintendo's video games has made Nintendo the target of pirates and hackers. Denied. That's it. He's screwed, dude. Like, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know all the laws and all this shit, but this dude's in the US. He played with Nintendo. Nintendo's going to bend him over and take him for all he's worth. He had that out earlier this year, and he thought nothing was going to come of it. Is this guy mentally, like, something wrong? Nintendo's entitled to its full costs, including reasonable attorney fees. His answer, denied, mofos. I ain't paying you shit. It's too bad, dude. He denied everything. He's like, that's hilarious, man. This is like ridiculous. Sorry, Ryan Michael Daly. I don't personally know you. I don't believe I've ever interacted with you in my life, but you would have been better off like just ditching this business. I'm sure it was very lucrative for you, but when Nintendo contacted you or their lawyers contacted you and gave you this out, you don't have a time machine, so it's like whatever. I know it's like a broken record, but you should have taken that out. You didn't, and now you're representing yourself. Why?